CC family, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today we're going to learn a little bit about the feather stitch and Tunisian crochet. Okay, so you're working a feather stitch within the Tunisian crochet. Now, I'm not going to say this is a beginning Tunisian video, but I actually think if you have the hang of Tunisian crochet, that this is not going to be hard for you at all. And it's just a beautiful little pattern. So let's go ahead and get into the materials and the tutorial. So for this video today, I'm using a Tunisian crochet hook, and I'm using a 5.5 millimeter. Now I have found I did block this, so I had to spray it and pin it up to get it to lay flat for the video. But I have found that if I use a hook a little bit bigger than what the yarn calls for, and I try to work a little bit loosely, that those things help with keeping it from curling extremely badly. But it's still going to curl, and it'll even probably curl a little bit in the video, and that's okay. Tunisian crochet just does that. It's something that you have to deal with. I've tried all kinds of different yarns, all kinds of different Tunisian crochet hooks, and it's just part of what Tunisian crochet does. It curls, but it's just absolutely beautiful. So let's get into this video. Now the hook the crochet I'm using, yarn I'm using is a spring yarn from a baby bernat sport yarn. I will leave it in the video, the link below, along with all the materials that we're using today, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do now, for my Tunisian crochet, everybody does it differently, but I like to make 2 rounds of single crochet for mine. Now this stitch is done in chains of 11, multiples of 11. So I'm going to do that 3 times for 33. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 32, and 33. Okay. So that's our multiples of 11, and I've done it 3 times. So that means that I'm going to have 2 feather stitches in this. Okay. And that'll make more sense as you go along. Obviously, as it gets longer, you can have more of the feather stitches, and you can turn it into a big blanket if you wanted to. But for me and myself, I'm going to start off with 2 rows of single crochets. So I'm going to go into the second chain from the hook, and I'm going to do single crochets all the way down. Of course, a lot of people don't do this. You don't have to do this. You can start it any way that you wish. But this is just what I do. So I'm going to do my 2 rounds of single crochet, and then I'll meet you back up again in just a minute. Okay, so I've worked my 2 rounds of single crochets, and now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to turn my work. And now I'm going to start doing the Tunisian stitch, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right into this first stitch here, and I'm going to pull up a loop. So there's 1. Go into the next, pull up a loop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then in the next stitch, I'm going to work several loops through that one. So I'm going to yarn over, go into my stitch, pull up my yarn. There's once, yarn over, do that again. Twice, yarn over, do that again. 3 times, yarn over, do that again. 4, yarn over. 5, yarn over. 6. And as you can see, I'm pulling those up because we are going to work through those. And then again, I'm going to go through 10 stitches and pull up a loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And pull your work down. And then into the next stitch, I'm going to do just like we did before with the loops. So I'm going to yarn over, go through my stitch, pull up once, twice, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I'm going to pull up loops through my last stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then you can pull those all out onto your Tunisian hook and start working through your loops, okay? So you're gonna go through your first loop just like this and pull through. And that's the only loop you're gonna do like that. But actually I forgot one step here. So I've pulled through all these 10 stitches here, but we need to do a little fake stitch because I started off with this single crochet and I want it to look really even. So I'm actually going to go right in to this space below right here, and I'm going to pull up a loop there as well. And I'm going to pull up a loop at the end like that for every row, just to even everything out because I did those single crochets, okay? So now we're going to go through our first one just like that, then go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and just keep doing that all the way down, going through 2. Okay, and then when we get to these last 2 right here before our little puff stitch here, you're going to go through those 2 and then go directly through your puff, but you're only going to go halfway into it like that. And then you're going to pull through and go through 1, then you're going to chain 1 again, and then you're going to go through the other side. Just like that. And then you're going to go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, 2. Just keep doing like this. And you're going to do the other side just the same. So go through those last 2, pull halfway through your puff, pull through, do a chain, go through the other side, and go through 2, go through 2, 2, and just keep doing that all the way to the end. Just like this. And look at that. It's laying so flat right now, it won't later. Okay, and so then you would just keep, you know, with Tunisian, you're not going to turn your work. You're just going to go right into your next stitch, pull up, pull up, every front that you see, every front little Tunisian crochet that you see, pull through your loops. And then when you get to your puff, you're going to go through the center of that. So you're going to yarn over, and now you're going to be working through the center of that puff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you'll go right into your next stitch. Don't forget, this one is going to be really close to the puff, but don't forget it. Go through that one. And just keep working down. And if you're new to Tunisian or you're just seeing this video and you want to give it a try, you can find Tunisian hooks on Amazon for so cheap if you can get to Amazon and get them. I got a set for like $6.99. Very affordable, okay, if you want to give it a try. And if you wanted to just use a regular hook, you could just do a smaller set of these, okay? So here we are, we're at our next puff. And again, you're going to go through 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then don't forget this stitch right here. Okay. So we've gone through those 10 stitches, but remember we did that extra one here. So all I want you to do for each row is if you turn it on its side, you can see these 2 loops right here where we pulled up. I just want you to work one right through there, okay? And then you're going to do just like you did before, go through your first one, then go through 2, go through 2, and then when you get through these last 2 right before the puff, you're going to go through those 2 and then go straight into your puff stitch halfway through. Pull your yarn through once and then do a chain and go through your other side. Then go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. Keep doing that until you get to your other puff. Again, you're on those last 2, go straight through halfway. Go through, do a chain, go through the other side, and go through 2, go through 2. Okay? So that's just what you do, and you just keep doing that over and over again, and that's what makes it a lovely puff stitch. So if you turn it over, you're starting to see the little feathers come up, and they'll just keep going up and up, okay? For this one, I did 3 rows of the feathers, but as you can see, they just start stacking on top of each other, and they just look absolutely beautiful. So I hope you like this tutorial. If you need any help, don't hesitate to ask any questions. You can obviously leave a comment below in the YouTube comment section, but you can also find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook. All of that information is below, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.